Hey guys, welcome back to the video. It's your boy from Blue Wave, and today we're gonna be finishing up, or should I say, doing a little bit of work on my truck. As you guys can, or as most of you know, I started a series building my dream mobile detailing setup. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. So other than this video, I think I have one more video of just me building the back deck. But this is what my truck looks like, my phone number and some labels and stuff up there. I know my truck is really dirty, especially with detailing splattered all over it. I should not be driving around with a dirty truck, but it's really cold out and yeah, just haven't got time to do it, I guess. But I built this in the first episode. I primered all of the wood, coated or put a metal diamond plating all around. That's basically all I really did for the first video. But in today's video, I'm basically just going to be putting the gear on there. Now, most of this gear probably won't be staying on there just because, like, the pressure washer, I'm not going to keep it on there since it's still lower 40s. I'm not going to keep them on my truck overnight. But I'm basically going to give you guys the run over of how I'm going to build this truck. I still don't have everything, but I can put some of the stuff on the truck better right now. So let's just go ahead and let's see where it takes us. Okay, I got everything around. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys real quick. All this stuff is brand new, but it's been sitting in my garage for a couple months, so it's really dirty. I think I used it once. I used it about 2 or 3 times just to try it and test it out. This hose reel alone is 300 something, and then the hose came with a kit for my pressure washer. This I use a lot when I did interior details, but I did buy that this year, brand new. And I didn't have screws big enough for what I need. But I walked out of my job last week, and I'm hoping these are wide enough for the washers that I have, which I don't think they are actually. Actually, they are. Actually, that's iffy. That's iffy, but we'll see if it works. But yeah, let's go ahead and get up there. And my plan is to put all the hose reels back here, and probably on this side, and this side I might use for a waterproof tupper or something for rags. I'm not 100% sure. So it's a little bit of a mess in here right now. But my plan is to take these seats out and have a big 30-gallon air compressor back here, screw it down back here, and run a hole straight through my cab into the back here. And then have one of those big vacuums, big like 40-gallon vacuums or whatever you call those. I know Adams Polishes started selling them, but the big shop vacs. Then run the hose straight through here and have it come back here. Now, people are like, why are you drilling through your cab? That's a nice truck, you know, and everything like that. It's a 2014. I wrapped this truck Blue Wave. I have 2 vehicles. The other one's a 2020 Honda Civic hatchback. Yes, I care about this truck, but I'm going to do everything possible to make sure I don't ruin it and stuff like that. I'm going to drill it out really carefully and make the holes the exact size or a little bit bigger so I don't mess nothing up, and save those metal pieces so if I ever do sell this truck, I can put it back and caulk it or something. But like I said, I'm going to drill the holes almost the exact size, and then I'm going to make sure I primer the metal and stuff so it doesn't rust or anything like that. The only reason I want it in here is because, have you guys seen a big 35 gallon air compressor? They're huge, and I don't have a cab, so I'm gonna put it in here. Everyone's gonna be like, well, it's gonna be so loud, but the only time it's gonna be turned on is if I'm detailing. And air compressors are so big and so loud, I don't want it in the back of my truck while I'm detailing a customer's vehicle. It's just gonna be screaming the whole time I'm detailing their truck. And if it's in my cab, it's not gonna be as loud. Probably won't even really hear it. But then you guys are probably like, well, what about your generator? That's gonna be loud too. I found a generator cover that you can buy. They're like little generator covers you put over your generator. I think it's made for camping or people that go camping. You put it over, it doesn't touch it or not, and it's just like a little tent for your generator. But the one that I have right now, I need to upgrade because it's really small and it's not going to run a 35-gallon air compressor, but we'll see when we get there. I'm gonna show you guys this, and you guys cannot make fun of me. Okay, just promise don't make fun of me. I tried the best I could. There's a bunch of different screws and stuff in this whole garage. There's a little bit of everything. But like I said, it's Sunday, nothing's open, so I'm using what's in this garage. And what I could find, I used. So the hose reel, you know, this stuff might be a little bit crooked, but who cares? It's a little bit back because obviously, you know, you have to close the gate. But for this, I found one big screw that was like 3 inches long that I could fit back there, but I don't have an extension for my screw gun. This is all I had as an extension. And see, like, I mean, yeah, I probably could have drilled in sideways like that if I really wanted to. But what I did is drilled 3 of them on the outside on each end. Then I put one right here. I mean, then I put 2 on the edge. I mean, this thing is not going nowhere. Like, and this, not going nowhere. The top wiggles a lot, but that's because the framing or whatever it's made of. But you guys are probably like, dude, that's gonna get stolen. Yeah, somebody probably could definitely jump up in the back of my bed and get a screw gun and start unscrewing it, but at least I'm not using Phillips head or something like that. These screws are not regular screws. They're obviously like what are they called, hex heads or something? I'm not sure what bit we call them or anything. I just know how to use them, that's all. But yeah, if it gets stolen, I guess. But one thing I'm kind of worried about is this stuff rusting. Like, I don't have a cab, I don't have anything to cover it, so I'm guessing I'm gonna buy tubs or buy a tarp, or I have to buy something to cover it. I'm not 100% sure. Or I even might buy a cab this year in the next 2 months or something. If I do somehow pick up a lot and get a lot of money, buy a cab cover and wrap the cab cover the color of my truck. But who knows what's going to happen. But all I know is I don't want this stuff to rust. It's brand new, so I'm going to have to cover it somehow. And here's my generator. Looks old, looks crusty, looks dusty. I bought this from Harbor Freight last year. I thought I was going to do mobile detailing last year, but never got to it. It's a 2000. It's almost empty. But like I said, this thing looks crusty, dusty, and old. But I used this thing maybe not even 10 hours on this thing. I think I used it 2 or 3 times when I had a campfire and we ran a big speaker off of this. I'm hoping it still runs. I haven't started it in a couple months, and I think you're supposed to start these every couple months to keep them all lubed up and moving. So it's a pretty nice generator, but this is definitely not going to hold up on or power a air compressor, the one I want. So I'm gonna keep this one and probably get a big 3500 inverter, and run both of them out of the back of my bed, have them both back there or something. I still have to buy a big water tank, which I think I'm gonna run with a 65-gallon for now. I'm not planning on doing no more than 2 vehicles a day, especially if I'm running by myself. But yeah, let's get this up there and just kind of see what's going on. Hopefully you guys can hear me. That generator is not that loud at all. You guys will definitely be able to hear it. That's just running. Obviously when there's going to be something hooked up to it, it's going to be screaming a little bit more louder than that. It's not loud, but it's you can tell it's there. It was running really rough to begin with, but like I said, it hasn't been started in a while. It's cold in the garage. It's running pretty good right now. I'm about to probably gonna hook up my vacuum to it really quick, just to get the amps up on it, you know, put some work on it real quick. I don't have faith in this little generator at all, so I'm definitely gonna have to get like a big 4000 inverter or 3500. They go for like around 700 to a grand for a 35 to 4000 inverter. a Predator one. But yeah, who knows? So when I talked to you guys last, I actually had it where the throttle was on full blast no matter what. So it's always roaring. So I turned it off to where it's really quiet when it's not being used. It really didn't even rev up that loud for this vacuum. It held it pretty good. It hasn't been used in a while, so obviously you had to didn't run correctly at first, but after a little bit, man, the thing didn't bog down or anything. It ran this vacuum perfectly fine. Now I want to get a bigger one, a really big one from Adams Polishes, the big trash barrel, metal barrel ones. I'm guessing they're like a 30, 35 tank vacuums. I'm not sure if it'll hold it or not, but so let's go over everything real quick. Now, if you guys have suggestions of, or if you guys run a mobile detailing rig, send me some pictures of your rig, like a truck bed like this. I got an Instagram at Blue Wave Details or Detailing. Go hit me up on Instagram with pictures and stuff, or tag me. What do you guys run? What kind of vacuums do you guys run on mobile detailing rigs? Because I'm looking for a vacuum, and I'm be looking for a water tank. What size water tank do you guys run? Because I'm looking for one. I'm thinking go with a 65 because I'm doing no more than 2 cars a day. What else? An air compressor. What's a good air compressor? Now a 35-gallon air compressor, those get expensive. I think I can go to Harbor Freight and get a 25 or 30-gallon for I think $500 or something like that. Now it's not the best brand, but actually a lot of this stuff up here is from Harbor Freight. That is, and this is. But that's all I can do for now. I don't want to put this out here while it's still cold and stuff. I'm not going to keep this on here because I want to basically see where the water tank sits at, because I don't want to be blasting the water tank with the exhaust. So once I get the water tank in here and settled, see where it sits, then I'm going to start placing this, because I will be running metal string or rope or metal metal plumbing straps, whatever they call it. I'm gonna be running it across and screwing it down because I do not want any of this stuff stolen. But this is basically everything that's gonna go in the back. Now, one thing I'm really curious about is some people run water pumps because something about gravity. I was hoping I can run mine with gravity fed. That's the hose for this. It's running all the way back there. If the hole's at the bottom of the water tank, you don't have to have a water pump, right? I'm not 100% sure about that. If you guys know anything about that, please comment it. But I was hoping I don't have to use a water pump. But if you guys do run water pumps, let me know which one you guys use, because I want everything hopefully to be done and ready and set up for the next couple weeks. So. And I also bought this from Mobile Detailing too. I bought this a long time ago. I use this a ton for interior details in the garage, but I don't really think I would need it. I was about to take it off the wall and put it in the back of my truck and cover it up since it is electrical. But I was thinking, like, if I'm gonna have 2 generators in the back of this truck, one's a small one, one's a big one, shouldn't I just run a small extension cord in the back? I don't know what I'm gonna do, but this small generator has 2 plugins, and the big generator I'm probably gonna be getting probably at least has 4 plugins. So I'll probably have like a, it'd probably be nice to actually have one of those in the back of the truck, just in case you have to run it to the vehicle or something for some reason. But I want everything to be ran out of the back of this truck. Like, I want a 50-foot hose for a vacuum. I got a 65-foot hose for the water or pressure washer. I think a 60 or 50-foot hose for the air compressor. So I want all of my hoses long. I don't want to be running extra stuff and stuff like that. I just want to be able to back up to a vehicle, at least wrap around one time and call it good. So, I might eventually put that extension cord on the back of there, but honestly, I don't think it's really needed, because I want everything to be plugged in and stationed in the back of my truck. Now, I definitely should have at least an extension cord or something thrown in my truck just in case I need it. But I don't think I'm going to be putting that thing in the back of my truck as of right now. Who knows? In the next week or two or month or whatever, or after I do a couple details, we can see what happens.